shuttle has cleared the tower. Every 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Hello and welcome to the first ever Notion Bonsai live stream. I'm just going to start by running down the chat. There's so many people here already. And can someone tell me if the background music is too loud? So I'm going to turn it down a little here. So we've got Colt in the chat. We've got Just Casual. They said, I didn't even enter and I'm excited for this one. See y'all at 2. Okay, so it must be 2 in the US. We have Eric Stammers. We've got Nigel from the Bonsai Zone. Just Casual here. Anna7892. So this is like everyone excited before it begins. Okay, great volume. Thank you, Saya. We got people from Bangladesh, got people from all over the place here today. So this is the 100,000 subscriber live stream. So I've got the plaque here. We're gonna be doing, oh God, I just put a fingerprint on there as I lifted it. We've got Saya's here. George Ikoshka. We've got Jesters. Hello from Germany. Guten Tag. We've got Methos from Germany. We've got Africa, Chad. We've got, oh my goodness, there's so many people here. So, Randy Smith, CDS Garb, No Coast Golf. Oh my goodness, a golfing channel. My dad actually really likes to play golf. Like before I came to do this live stream today, I was just in and he was watching some golf channel. Friendly K. So today we're going to be doing the giveaway. I've got some books, I've got a bunch of stuff. If you have seen the video before this live stream, you'll know all the things I'll be giving away. What I'm going to do is do that at the end of the live stream. I've got a few things I want to do first. I'm going to actually do like an impromptu Q&A. So if you have any questions for me as I get through the names right here now, fire them away. I might style a few trees. I actually have some trees that I like to work on, just maintenance prune. It's not going to be like a major project where I take a tree and completely like redesign it. It's going to be like just maintenance things that I would do normally off camera, and I can just share a little bit of what I'm doing there. We've got someone from Vancouver, a Chris Mitz from Bronston. Oh my goodness, someone from Georgia. Okay. Sean Cook said, well done for getting the award. Thank you very much, Sean. You've got Colt here, Colt4D Live. Colt's one of my moderators, so he'll be managing the chat for me here today while things are going on. So Colt, thank you so much. Colt's one of my great friends. You've got, okay, Sound of Music's good. We got, okay, there, CDS Garb is from Arkansas. Oh my goodness. Nigel's here. Hello, Nigel. I was actually watching one of Nigel's videos this morning, so it's good to see you again, Nigel. You got Motion Flow from Hungary. Hungary's where my friend Attila from Notion Bonsai is from. You got Jester's Gamble. Okay. Clearwater, Florida. Mike. Hi, Mike. How's it going? Art Moisey. Okay. Okay, I know. This is my friend Elio. Okay. Hello. Oh my God, France. Salut. Ça va? Illinois. Magiver. Washington. Hello from the Great Pacific Northwest. Wow. Okay, so let's do some questions. We've got Jester's Gamble. Have you ever tried to graft a Blau's juniper foliage to a blue star juniper? I have not, but from what I know, I think I've seen successful grafts from Itoigawa put onto blue star juniper. I think maybe that might work. I've never tried it. It'd be interesting to see if that works. Hello from Montreal. Monty Otter. Montreal. I wonder, is your name Monty Otter? Is that related to Montreal? Or is it just coincidence? No, okay. Ottawa City. No Coast Golf is from. Wow. We've got... Do you plan on oh, wait. Sorry, Anna. Yeah, Nigel's here. Do you plan on selling bonsai trees themselves at your shop? Okay, this is a thing. I think eventually I would like to. At the moment, I don't feel as if I have material or the space to import or buy a lot of trees like wholesale in bulk before selling them. And also there's a lot of like tree passport licenses that you have to like, there's a lot of paperwork you gotta go through to be able to export trees, I think, outside of the UK. So I haven't looked in that yet, but I would actually like to someday, because I think it is a good market, and I would love to like sort of sell my art if I was able to make really nice trees eventually. just want you to know how much I appreciate your videos. I've taken up the pottery last 10 years after I retired. A group of my pottery friend all make bonsai pots and belong to a club. That's actually really great. I think taking up pottery specifically, even if you have a kiln nearby, or even if you have your own kiln, that's such a great thing to start. That's from Dennis Hickson. Carbo Hill. Also another person from Charles is from Florida. Belgium, oh my goodness. Oh yeah, you're trying to get me to join. You finally get, okay, so Dennis finally joined the bonsai world. Welcome to the world of bonsai. Welcome to the Notion Bonsai channel. I think it can be posh. Like there is some, I think with any art that you do, there can be people that's like snobby or something. I don't like to be like this. I think with any art, yeah. I find personally with photography clubs, there can be people like this. But there's always like the good people too. It's just, I guess it's like anywhere else in the world that's who you speak to when you do these things. Hungarian from Boston, Massachusetts. Oh my goodness. Sean here from North Highcam, Lincoln, UK. Hey Sean. What other tree do you recommend for someone who's starting? I already have Mugo Pine, Larch, Deshojo Olive, and Satsuki Azalea. Chinese Elm. Absolutely, like if you don't have Chinese elm, they are so fun to work on. Like the one I pruned just 2 weeks ago in my last video, it's already like, I'm gonna go get it. I wanna show it off a little bit. Hold on. So actually you'll probably still be able to hear me as I walk up the garden because I got a wireless mic on. So just lifting it like the whole way up the other side of the garden. This is, so I worked on this 2 weeks ago and put it right here. Okay, so I worked on this 2 weeks ago. This is actually my grandmother's tree, and already, if you look at the last video that I put up, it has actually pushed out so much growth in just 2 weeks after you prune it. It back buds like crazy. It's got growth all over. Look at this. And the little thread graft that we did through the middle has already like kind of doubled in thickness. I don't even know if I needed to put the toothpicks in the hole when I did that, but look at that. Very satisfying to work on. You got these nice pads, and I think in like maybe 5 years time, I'll be really happy with how this develops. Like in just 1 year, it went from being spindly, cut it back, and it like got dense. So Chinese elm for sure. Try and work on that one. I'm gonna leave this here. Okay. Thanks so much, Dennis. Yeah, I always like to try and make bonsai easy. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. I was given 7 sequoia redwoods that are 3 years old in 1 gallon pots. Ah, yep, the redwoods are good. They're good to do. Redwoods and bald cypress, they're very similar, and they grow like really crazy whenever they get going. Howdy and ahola from Bob from Phoenix, who's now in Kona, Hawaii. Wow, we got someone from Hawaii in here. Have problems, azaleas. They always die. What can I do? I'm gonna say you always die. With azalea, I think it is important to get them into an ericaceous soil, which is like for acid-loving plants. Also feed them with an acid-loving fertilizer, like an azalea fertilizer. This is what I do, and I've actually never had any problems with azalea. Maybe like one died when I was learning, but all the azaleas that I've had over the last like 4 years, I still have. There is a thing that happens sometimes with azalea where the leaves will start to yellow, and this is like an indication to me like something's wrong. I will check the roots when this happens, but What I will do then, if the roots are in good condition, if they're not in good condition, you got to repot or find a way to get it healthy again in the pot before doing anything else. But if you make a dilute solution of, it's in my book, I talk about this in my book, of Epsom salts, okay? Half a teaspoon of Epsom salts to 1 liter of water. Mix it up, make sure it's all dissolved. It takes like 5 minutes to dissolve. It's like, because it's big particles, it's a little slow, so don't just go spraying once you shake it once or twice. Make sure it's all dissolved. Mist it in the foliage, and no joke, within like an hour, like all the leaves kind of go green again. And this helps with the magnesium deficiency in the leaves, I think. So Epsom salt's really good for that. Let's see, trying to find, I keep getting lost in the chat. Hello from Gothenburg, Sweden. Oh my goodness, Sweden too. I'm trying to grow my own bonsai. I like the look of apple tree bonsai and can't wait for it to sprout. Apple trees are great bonsai because they actually grow very quickly. They air layer very easily. You don't really need any rooting powder. I mean, you can, but apples will root really easily from cuttings. I've taken like whole branches, like this thick as my finger, off apples, stick them into some compost, just regular compost, not even bonsai soil, and they root. Really nice for bonsai. If you can get an apple onto it, that's even better. They look really cool if you have like a full-size apple, or even a crab apple. Really good for bonsai. And they do grow very fast from seed too. You can get like as thick as this in like 1 or 2 years. Something is moving. Oh, yeah, okay. It's raining, so I've covered the camera in a plastic bag. It's always raining in Ireland. Okay. Thanks for that. Let's see here. Where do you normally buy plants from? Normally I will go from like a garden center. I'll work from garden center material. I'll buy some pre-bonsai material. Sometimes if you have a friend that owns land, you can go and dig it up if they don't mind. Collected material. Many routes to bonsai all have different advantages, disadvantages. Adam, can I have some advice on stopping ants and other bugs? More advice is in the book. I haven't actually covered ants in the book. It's not really something I deal with here. I think there are things you get for ants. Maybe like an ant trap. I've never had to deal with it personally. Maybe someone here in the comments can let us know how they deal with ants if they get them. How would you approach branch selection on raw material that is essentially just a compact ball of green with way too many branches? This is a great question because that was like one of the things that confused me when I got started in bonsai. I'm gonna keep referring to this book because there's a really nice illustration that I got the illustrators to do whenever they did this. Basically, there's sort of branches that we would consider problem branches, or branches that we don't want to be in the final design of the tree. So usually these are branches that's growing straight up, branches growing straight down, crossing branches that grow in towards the center of the planting. If you look at the last video actually I did in this kind of was like a crazy bush that was overgrown, and I dealt with it in that fashion. If you sort of think how you want like if you look at bonsai, like other people's bonsai for inspiration, they kind of have this like flowing nature where they grow up and have this really nice design. I'm not going to show it here because it's like kind of weird to like, you won't see it, but it is in there. There's like a list of problem branches that we can sort of eliminate. Whenever you do this, by the end, what's left is usually looking good. Not always. There's some trees that have exceptions, or it depends what style you're going for. This is an informal upright bonsai, meaning it's got that classic triangular shape, but it has a curvy trunk. If this trunk had been straight, it would be a formal upright. And these are just classifications and names that we give to how trees are. You know, these are just imaginary concepts that we like categorize trees on, but they do have functions to categorize trees like this. Okay, I feel like I'm getting a little bit off topic. Hello, congratulations on your milestone. Thank you very much, Headbanger Bonsai. Thomas and I had to download the app so we could say hi. Oh, my April Sutherland. Okay, April, actually, can you leave like a message here if it's okay to tell the story? I don't want to. If you don't want me to tell the story, I won't tell the story of like how we got in contact. Any experience with bald cypress? I have a seedling that I grew this year from seed right now, and it's just growing and well and watered. It's about 10 to 18 centimeters tall. Bald cypress grow really well in like wet soil conditions. If you look at the one Attila and I did, it's the slanted bonsai forest we did in the slab. They're all bald cypress trees, and oh my god, it's raining a lot here now. They're all bald cypress trees, and that like slanted slab had no drainage whatsoever. And we decided, okay, let's see how it does in this, because you know, bald cypress are also known as the swamp cypress, and they literally grow in swampy environments. If you look at like any image on Google of the swamp cypress, they grow in like swamps. So we seen how it went. The roots all did really well, no rotting. They grew like they filled the moss very quickly. So they really like to be in wet soil. That's what I would say if you want to, and up pot it incrementally. Never put it in a pot that's like way too big for it. You know, like any tree. Let's see. Hello from Denmark, Mosquito. Hello. Hi Adam, love your videos, but to help you keep your hand in, I think you should come to UK and work on my trees. Just trying to help. All the best, Paul, Norfolk, UK. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Paul. I'm struggling getting my Zelkova serratas, Japanese greybark elm, to grow well. Mine seem to be extremely sensitive to hot, dry wind and high temperatures. 30 degrees. Okay, yes. I would say if you can, don't keep them in full sun all day. Bring them to like a partly sunny or even fully shaded spot if it's like getting reflected direct sunlight from other areas in your garden. Keep it well watered during hot days. If you find that, you know, if you got bonsai soil like I do and you live in a particularly hot climate, you may find that the soil just dries out way too much. Like this soil isn't the best soil for everyone. It's only the best soil for me because of how much it rains here. But if you're in 30 degrees Celsius all the time, or even in summer and it's really difficult to manage, consider adding more organic materials to your soil like compost, and it will stay wetter for longer and the tree will be able to take up more water as it's in the hot days. Are Zelkova serratas difficult to grow? I wouldn't say so. I would say I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. I think they're just as like easy as Chinese elms. Maybe slightly more difficult because the leaves are a little bigger, so you want to try and reduce them. But horticulturally, I think they're good to grow. They grow really well. Thanks for it. Have your book, not where I can buy it. When's the next project with Attila? I'm not sure when Attila and I haven't planned anything yet, but we might soon. I'll have to contact him about it. We're actually planning a call next week sometime. You can get my book on my website, or it'll be signed on my website and personally sent by me. But if you have like local bookstores, they should have it also. Nigel, are there any native Irish trees that mainly not only grow in Ireland? I would, if you can get Irish oak, like I always will talk about the oaks because oak is actually the tree of my city. And there's oaks everywhere. Like there's streets in my city called Oakfield, and there's just I love Irish oak. They grow really quickly. They have lovely. If you ever, I don't know if you ever seen the time Attila and I went to the mountains in Wicklow. We went and seen like the old Irish oak, and we took inspiration from there of how we would style one of our trees. Oak's a really good one, Nigel. Maybe I'll send you some acorns or something. Will you be signing copies of your books for sale on your site? Yes, they are. They are on the site. What style do you like for hawthorn tree? I think it depends on the tree. Sometimes the tree will like, I don't want to sound weird, but it will like speak to you as to how it's meant to look. If the tree's got like a natural leaning sort of design, you might give it a windswept style and sweep all the branches to one side. Or if it's got like a falling down trunk, instead of forcing it to be like an informal upright, of course you'd want to give it that natural, not natural, but its own cascade. You would go with the flow kind of with the tree. So I personally like hawthorns to be all twisty because that's just my personal preference. But if a tree is saying something and I can pull a nice design out of it easily, I'm not going to force it to be twisty just because that's what I want. So it's difficult to say. Hello, good sir, Rick. Let's see. Okay, tell the story, we love you. Okay. Oh, you cannot hear the rain? Okay. So basically, I got an email from April and Thomas. So April is Thomas's mom, and Thomas is doing a project for school where they wanted to write like a report on someone, and Thomas decided to do it on me, and I was like so honored. I was like, oh my god. So they asked, in the email, if they could have like any advice or things about my life, and I said, okay, let's arrange a time and we'll go on a call. So we had like a 30-minute, I can't remember, was it 30-minute or an hour call on Zoom, and we just had a chat, and then Thomas did the report. So that's how I met April and Thomas. What other literature do you prefer referring to? I love, actually, there's a book I keep in my garden all the time. I'm actually gonna go get it. It's probably my favorite bonsai book. One second. It's this one by Peter Chan. It's the Beginner Bonsai Bible. And whenever I first met Peter for the very first time ever, he gave me this for free. And I was like, oh my god, because I was just getting into bonsai and I was like excited, and I was like, how much do I owe you? And he was like, no, let's keep it, it's fine. And I read through this entire thing, and occasionally I'll like go back and look over it and see like, is there something I haven't tried? Because any page you flick to, like if I go here, boom, a whole page on that species, about it, how to care for it, and like it's such a nice book. I like this one. Okay. And it's simple too, it doesn't like overcomplicate. It's just like the rundown of each tree. I'm also growing a new bonsai nursery. A nursery bonsai, sorry, you're not growing a nursery. And it has, God, and it has a bit of foliage on it. The problem is new sprouts or new foliage are growing from the crouches of the branches and may cause inverse taper. Should I clean them? Or yes, of course. Well, not always. If the tree's in poor health, you want to leave everything on the tree because you want to just let it have all the sort of, think of the leaves as solar panels. So if the tree's sick and you take away its source of getting energy, then that's not good, right? So what I would do is, if the tree's healthy and it's, all green leaves all over, long shoots, and it's looking good, then absolutely yes, take out all the growth from the crotches of the branches. Even sometimes with this one, if I'm looking, before it even becomes a branch and then I come later and cut it off, you'll see it's just a little shoot, and you can just literally go with your finger and push on it and it will come off, and you don't even have to worry about it even becoming a branch in the first place. I started bonsai this year, and my climate in Washington ranges from -15°C winters, oh that's cold winters, to 40s in the summer. I plan to shelter my trees in a shed. Do you know which maple species might deal best with my temperatures? I think trident maples do well in like a little bit colder temperatures, but I'm not going to say that they'll do well all the time, because if you have a trident maple and it's a little pot, that's going to freeze quicker than a tree in a big pot or even in the ground, right? So I would say if you're getting temperatures below -5°C, definitely overwinter them. Put them in like a protected area that's not going to get too much frost. I have a whole video actually on my channel about overwintering trees. If you want to check it out, I go into detail about like what I would do in areas below -5. Personally, I don't get that, so a lot of my trees can actually stay out all winter, which I'm so lucky, so grateful for that. It's such a benefit. You can't overwater bald cypress. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, Randy Smith, that's good advice. Thanks for that. Hello from Canada. Congrats on reaching 100k. Thank you very much. I have a juniper with a sweet bend in its trunk, but it's getting to the point where it's growing out of balance. Did I dramatically wire or cut the trunk to correct it back into balance? Okay, if the tree is got a nice bend and nice taper, then you can consider like still wiring it and getting like a flowy motion, like something like this, right? But if it's got a nice bend and the thickness stays the same the whole way up, I personally would consider chopping it and allowing a new side branch to become the leader. That way you get the taper from thick to thin. Thanks very much, Admiral Pumpout. I'm having issues with some swamp cypress I find at Hampson's Garden Centre in Wakefield. It's drying out even though I'm keeping it soaked. Possibly a root issue. It could be a root issue, or yeah, the roots could be in poor health, so it's not taking up water as quickly as you want, or might even be taking up water at all if the roots are all bad. I'd consider checking the roots first and seeing if there is any problem, or what you could do, yeah, check the roots first. Alternatively, if the roots are in good condition, then I would take it and consider moving it to a more shaded spot, because what could be happening is the tree is transpiring water quicker in which the roots can take it up. So the roots trying to take up the water, but it's evaporating off quicker than the tree can take it up, so everything's shriveling up. That could be what's happening. So instead, like if that happens, bring it to a shaded spot. Why incrementally with pots? Okay, I've had experience with this. If you go too big too quickly, it can be too much moisture in the one area, especially with like junipers. It's different if you're planting it in the ground because you've got drainage. There's something about pots. I find if I up pot too big, the tree can suffer and it can take it a little while to like get going. Sometimes it can die. Where if you up pot just a little bit bigger, I find the tree just like it keeps growing, the momentum keeps going. Do you have any plans on coming to the States for any bonsai shows? I think someday I would like to come to the States, yeah. I don't have any plans right now though. What is it the most Irish tree, Adam? You can travel because my wife is ill. I'm sorry to hear this about your wife. Oak. I'm gonna say oak. I think I would like to try a bonsai forest with the redwoods. Oh, that's a popular planting, the redwoods. They're about 2 foot tall. Are they Dawn redwood or are they the giant ones? Be cool to see. They're about 1 foot tall and not grafted. What should I do now to them? Start to shape. I would, if you want to make the forest, there's 2 ways of going about it. Some people will develop all the trees and style them separately. Absolutely, if they're 1 foot tall, you can. It depends how big you want the forest. Also, if you want the forest to be big, just keep letting them grow. Don't do anything. If you want it to be a little forest, then you can start styling. You can develop them separately in pots, or just put the planting together. That's the method I like to do, and then style them as they grow together. Goat's willow. Do you have any advice on goat's willow? I was grafted 2 in spring, but I'm struggling to find much information on creating a bonsai with them. I have never worked with goat's willow, I'm going to be honest. I have worked with weeping willow, and if it's anything like that, I'm not going to say it is, but if it is, I would just look into it. They like lots of water. Thanks Celio for asking likes to the stream. If you leave a like, yeah, if you guys leave a like right now, the more people like, the more YouTube will actually promote the thing to more people, which is cool. How many people's watching? My friend told me not to look at how many people's watching. There's 81. Oh my god, that's freaking crazy. All right. Congratulations on your milestone, Adam. Thanks so much, Geezer on the loose. How long have you been doing bonsai full time? What was your job before? Oh, this is a good question. Okay, so I actually used to run a production company with a friend where we made videos and advertisements for clients. That was while I was at university. And then after that, I worked in marketing where I did like promotional stuff for another company and their brand. So that's what I did before. And I learned a lot, yeah. Thank you. Hey from Switzerland. It's from What's Up? Oh my god, Switzerland. Hello from Ireland. This is my first live stream ever. I watched that video and I gave some point. You know, if you guys like this live stream idea, I might do this more often, but instead of sitting talking, actually, you know what? I'm actually still going to answer questions, but I'm going to clear this table a little bit. And I'm going to start styling some trees. So I'm going to put this one away. I'm going to let this one grow a little bit before I come back and style it. Oh yeah, this is the, I'm going to set this here. Okay. So as I'm styling the trees, I'm going to try and answer questions at the same time. I don't know how this is going to go. I've never done this before. So let's see. I'm also going to shift the camera. So I'm going to start with this. This is actually one I styled in a video a while back. This is a little blue star juniper. It needs pruned. So let's see. Can we come in here? I actually can't see the screen because my camera's screen's gone black. So I'm gonna turn this around. Look at this. Behind the scenes. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I can lock the focus there. And we can now work on this tree. You guys want to see me work on a tree? Okay, got my scissors here. These are some twig cutters. I think that's all I'm gonna need for here. Okay. Would you ever do a follow-up of the Thuja video? I have one of my own and I would love to see how much yours has evolved. Yeah, I will. Actually, I was looking at the Thuja video or the Thuja tree today because I was considering pruning it on the live stream today because it just needs like a maintenance prune. But I thought it had been so long since I had worked on it that I thought, okay, I'm gonna actually do this as a full video. So yes, I do have plans to come back to the Thuja. It has grown quite a lot since then. All I'm doing here is just like shortening back this pad. This has grown a little bit too much, more than I'd like, since the last time I worked on it. 1990 Chemo T. I have 5 rooted cuttings from ficus and I'm thinking of making a clump style ficus. Do you think it's a good idea? Yes, of course, why not try it? I mean, if it's cuttings and they're free and you have an idea you want to see, absolutely. I have a clump style ficus, which is indoors currently. This is growing from the crotch of a branch right here. I don't want that. Yeah, clump style ficus I actually made on a video like a couple of years ago. I'm gonna revisit that soon also. It's doing really well. I think I might need to up pot it because it is thickening quite a lot in this little pot. And it started off as like a mame tree. And okay, this is going from 1 to 2 here. When I prune this, I'm like coming in to this part so you can see it's making these little blue stars. Let's see, next question. Adam, do you come next year to the trophy? I'm actually, yeah, I seen the trophy from, I seen people's photos from the trophy actually from the one this year, or was it last year? The last trophy, whatever it was. And I was like, oh my god, I would love to go there and just do like a tour of all the trees and see them all, because there's like such high quality trees. And if anyone that doesn't know what the trophy is, it's like one of the biggest bonsai exhibitions and competitions where they rate the trees and they have all these beautiful trees from all over the world. This is overgrown quite a lot. There's a lot of congestion. All this growth down here is growing straight down, so I'm gonna get rid of all that. It's gonna look quite harsh, but these trees bounce back really easily. And I've got this in a little pond basket. Oh yeah, make sure they're clean and sharp, of course, you know. Have you got to the point of collecting seeds every season and planting them to work on seedlings? I do this a little bit, but personally, as of recent, I prefer just buying trees that are like kind of at this stage or a little bit more advanced. That way I skip like developing a tree, you know, if I ever really want a tree. But that doesn't, I still do develop some seedlings, but I'm not gonna have it as my main route to bonsai. I think it's like a fun thing to do. And everyone should absolutely grow seeds, by the way. I'm not saying don't grow it from seeds. Seeds is really fun. I love doing this. But just personally, it's not like my favorite. Okay, I'm going to shorten this just a little bit here. I'm trying to create a little pad. I could wire this. I might wire this just out. This is a tree that I got from a garden center material as I was learning bonsai. And I wired the trunk in this crazy like curve like this, which is kind of fun. Love your videos and work. Pleased I've got some of your products. I'm the other side of the world in New Zealand. Keep up the great work. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I was able to post successfully to New Zealand. Sometimes they have like they seize things at customs and they never tell me why, so I'm glad it got there. And I'll have to like refund people if this happens. I'm gonna slit this here. I'm really gonna push this growth back because I know this tree will absolutely handle it. You can be really kind of ruthless with these blue stars and really like go heavy on them, and they bounce back almost just as well as you seen that Chinese elm earlier. For ants, soak the pot underwater. Ants can't breathe. Great idea. Thanks, Chris. My biggest issue with nursery material and nursery plant stock. Oh my goodness, I can't read. My biggest issue with new nursery plant center material. Okay, you know what I'm trying to read is I can't imagine how it can look or how to start styling it. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is getting the trunk line to look interesting. If you can find a tree that has an interesting trunk line in the garden center already, you know, pick it up, peek inside, look and see what's going on in there, and sometimes you will find like just absolute gems of trees that are absolutely worth keeping. This one's growing in towards the center. Let's see. A massive old blue star juniper I got for free that I plan to approach grafts on with blows foliage. I think my blue star is over 15 years old and the trunk is easily 30 to 50 centimeters around. Okay, I would say if you are doing grafts and say you have a graft, this is a blue star, so this is perfect. Say you've grafted onto this branch here. Once it's on and it's sealed up with your grafting tape, take a little small, you can buy like little small Ziploc bags. Put a little bit of wet sphagnum inside the bag and wrap it all up and seal it, right? And that will just create like a little humid environment. It will keep the graft like humid until it like the cambium fuses. I got this tip from Phil Donnelly from Belfast Bonsai. I seen him doing this and he's had really good success with this actually. He's doing a really cool project on grafting. Let's see. Oh, someone's asking why use pond baskets. So pond baskets allow lots of oxygen into the roots, and of course the more oxygen gets to the roots, the quicker they grow. I find with pond baskets, I would describe how the roots grow as like explosive. Like this is kind of like bursting out at the sides. They grow really well in these. I'm gonna cut here, so I'm gonna work a little bit on this tree right now. Just gonna prune. Oh, Blue Jay Bonsai's here. How's it going, Jay? Thanks for coming in. Oh, there's a bonsai show in Dresden. I've always wanted to go to Dresden. Someone said they, what is it? Wad Xian said they bought up 2 bags of my soil earlier in the year, and the fig has never been better. I'm glad. It's great. What are your favorite games, if you have any? Oh, is this from Elio? Elio knows I love chess. Actually, today is International Chess Day, so happy International Chess Day to everyone. Does anyone play chess out there? It's actually my favorite game. This is crossing this branch. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna shorten all this back because I want this to be, when I work in this, I'm always coming back to the front to look at it too. So this is like my front. This is kind of like a practice tree that I have fun with. I don't think it's ever gonna look like a show tree or anything, but I do find it quite fun to see what this tree can take. It's always really healthy. It's always bouncing back after I do something, which is good. Oh, nice. Jesters won gamble. They want to start their own nursery. Nice. Hope it goes well. Pond baskets. Air can get to the roots, and if they grow out of the sides, they dry. Oh yes, the air prune. Once the roots get to the edges, not only does it let oxygen in, yeah, Admiral Pomfret is absolutely right. Once the roots get to the edge, instead of like hitting the edge and circling like they would in a round pot, they air prune, so they reach the end, dry off and shrivel up, and then they just produce more subdivisions of roots inside, and it really like fills up with roots quickly. I'm gonna prune all this back. These are just getting too long, too long here, too straight. I'm gonna prune a lot of this off. Usually with junipers, you'd worry too, like if you remove any more than 1/3 of the foliage of a juniper, like an Itaagawa or Kishu or any Shimpaku, they go from like their juvenile, they go from their adult, like nice coarse foliage to this spiky one. But these ones are already spiky, so I don't even worry about that. They can absolutely handle a good prune. Thank you for all the time and effort you've put into your videos. It made the adventure I'm on as a hobby so much easier. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Pond baskets will let the new roots out. Yep, Jester one gamble. Okay. They taught their kids. Oh. Hi Adam, I've just finished your book. Really great references source. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. The Bonsai Experiment UK. My nursery stock is several years old and I have plenty of material. However, it doesn't have much movement. Should I work with the material and not force any bends or... Okay, there's a couple of options that you can do. If the top of the tree is interesting and you think this would absolutely make a great shorter bonsai, you can air layer the top of it off. Maybe air layer a side branch off if you think these will make interesting bonsais. I've actually seen people split the tree completely in half, right down the middle, you know, if it's like an absolute straight tree, right down the middle, and separate it out at the base. So you got like half a root system, half a root system. Plant these up separately, and they will, you know, establish in their pots and become separate trees where you have this half deadwood feature. People do this if they have, like, I'm not gonna say boring trees, but they want to create something unique from a tree that was previously not as interesting. That is another option. You could bend it like gradually with like big bending tools too, if it's depending on the species. I'd like to know what species you're working with. I play chess against the computer at the easiest setting. I sometimes win. I'll have to have a game of chess sometime, Nigel. I suck at chess, but I do 20-second Rubik's Cube solves. Wow. Yeah. I used to be really into Rubik's Cubes too. I used to learn all the methods, F2L, which is like the first 2 layers. All the different algorithms that you learn. Let's see. Veltiver? What is this? What is this word? What? Oh my goodness. What vetular you use? I don't know what this means. Gotta Google it. Oh, like a fertilizer. I use, it depends on the stage of growth the tree is at. So if it's like a tree in early development like this one, I'll use high nitrogen, which will be something like 12.66, really high nitrogen. If a tree's in refinement, I'll use a balanced feed, something like 10-10-10 or 5-5-5, depending on how like much I want to feed it. Sometimes, actually, honestly, I'll either use 10-10-10 more or less often, but I have heard of people using 5-5-5. I used to use 5-5-5 like 2 years ago. I find this was great, but the 10-10-10 is just stronger, and if you use less of it, it gives you like a really similar result to 5-5-5. It's just more diluted. Let's see. I play chess to a FIDE rating of 1400. Oh my goodness, I actually just got my FIDE rating of 1700 classical last month. A planting angle change would work under this blue star. Yeah, actually, I think you're right. Boom, right there. That looks good, right? I'm not gonna repot this today, but I think you're right. This is, for me, this is just like a fun tree, and I'm like sharing with you guys. I think I've worked on this in a video before. Someone asked me, do you know how to play chess? Or do you know how the pieces move? And I never looked at the game the same way again. Oh, that's very true, yeah. Yeah, because like there's a whole strategy and everything. There's openings and end game theory and puzzles and tactics, and I could go on for a little while, but I'm not gonna do that. Hey Nigel, are you planning on working with cement again? Oh yeah, Nigel does some really cool stuff with cement. And he made a really cool dragon pot also. What is your most unique species of tree that people probably wouldn't have? Oh, I gotta go look, hold on. Let's see. People wouldn't have. I'm over looking at my tree. Well, I have a really cool, it's people have it, but it's kind of a rarer one. It's a Shishigashira maple. I'll bring that over. Let me see what else. I haven't really got rare species. Not sure. I'm still looking. I haven't disappeared. I think I'd like to get into some more rare species though. Could be fun. I was actually recently in Phipps Conservatory in Pittsburgh, and they have a really cool. Have you ever heard of the miracle berry tree, where you eat the berry and it makes anything that's sour taste sweet? Someone there had made a bonsai out of that species of tree. Let me zoom out. Okay. Okay. Let's see, look at this. This is the actually, I'm earlier in it right now. So this is the Shishigashira. I love the leaves on these maples. It's kind of crazy because I'm earlier in it because it's grafted, and it's grafted onto a species that's like a regular maple. And you can actually see on the bottom of the tree, you got your regular maple coming here with these leaves. And on the top, you have the Shishigashira. I thought that was really cool to see. I didn't want to cut it off because I wanted to show it off at some point in a future video when I sever this earlier. So that's something I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna quickly print through this tree. Print back just these pads. There's a lot of congestion going on up here. You'll see here. Let's see. A blaw's double pond and a blaw's in a double pond basket setup, so I can lift out the inner basket and cut the roots back and place it back into the bigger basket. I have noticed it exploded in growth. Yeah, pond baskets are really good. Do you have any plans to do any videos with Xavier this summer? Maybe, if Xavier would be up for it, I absolutely would. Can't tell what species, the closest thing, Google, it's the Himalayan blue pine. Oh, okay, with pines, I gotta find your question. Pines, I know are pretty flexible, but I personally wouldn't air layer pine because it takes so long. But maybe you could try and bend it gradually, depending on how thick it is. I know they are flexible even when they get older. If it's got all craggly bark, I wouldn't go bending it though. Oh yeah, the CFOP method, which is another Rubik's Cube term. Let's see. What food do you give to the trees, Adam? Okay, so I have Monday as like my feeding day. So what I used to do was every one Monday, I would give a dilute solution of fish emulsion. And then every second Monday after that, so one Monday, fish emulsion, the next Monday would be seaweed fertilizer. And I would just do that alternating. On top of every watering, I will have a little bit of my regular fertilizer because I have like a solid feed sitting on top of all of my trees. So if they're getting water at any time, rain or whatever, they're getting a slow release of, depending on the tree, of the solid fertilizer. So some have like 12-6-6 on it, some have 10-10-10. So every tree gets fertilized every time it's watered. In winter, I will not do this. I will but once I use the fertilizer, the solid ones, at the start of spring, by the time winter comes around, they've like worn out, so they're not there anymore. And I just don't fertilize at all in winter. Although throughout all of winter, I will still use seaweed. And I find the trees, they don't wake up or anything with this, and they do well. So let's see what's going on up here. This is a little long. I'm just printing. I'm not gonna rush this tree, but I do want to get it done a little quickly. So we can move on, because I've got another couple trees here I'd like to do the giveaway soon. Let's see. What food do you give to the tree? Okay. So someone's asking how do you go about finding a good tree. A lot of it's like luck. If I go to like a garden place and I don't see any good trees, I'm not gonna buy like bad material. Sometimes I do, just for fun and see what happens. Why not do this? Make your own good material, but just go to lots of different places, because the more like garden centers you go to, the more chance you have of finding a good tree, if you can. Oh yeah, Admiral. Yeah, ginkgo's a really good species. Oh my god, I love how like I find like the bonsai community is so great because I can just see people talking with each other too in the chat and like everyone sharing ideas. I love this. Um, if there are tree species that you struggle with, okay, that's a good joke. Okay, why is the beach embarrassed? Because the seaweed. I noticed you have some or maybe one piece of Tine Bonsai tools. I believe it's a scissors. Do you still own it? And you still enjoy using it? It's actually these ones I'm using right now. I actually got these. These are the only scissors that I bought to myself, and I got them as a gift to myself when I finished my degree in cinematic arts. And I bought these as like a reward, and then all the other tools I have were gifts from people. But yeah, these are Tine Bonsai. I got them AliExpress, and they're so sharp and they're really good. I've been using these a little while, and I really like them, and they stay sharp for so long. I think I have to sharpen these maybe once a year, and I am pruning a lot in the garden during the year. So yeah, I like these tools. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this tree later, I think, because there's a little tree I really want to prune on the live stream. We're live right now. How crazy is that? Okay, I'm just gonna prune all this back. Yeah, I think I'll come back and wire this later. It's gonna take too long to do in the live stream. I get a little rough prune. You can see it's like getting back into shape. There's more that needs done up here, but I will do this later, and you can see how much I pruned off of that tree. Look at this. And the tree is going to be completely fine. We pruned like more than half of it off. So, isn't that cool? I'm going to be right back. If you guys want to leave more questions while I'm gone, you can. I'll be right back. I'm going to set up this next tree.
Liftoff of Mission 41D, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay, so we're back. I had to actually change the battery in my camera because it was dying. So this is a little Lonicera nitida, also known as the hedging honeysuckle. I've been working on this for a little while now. This was dug up from my grandmother's, like a flower pot that was growing in one of her, I think it was the apple tree. And this was like a weed. I think a bird dropped this and it grew there. I've been developing this for the last like 3 years, I think, maybe longer. It's grown a little bit out of control here. I want to try and make some nice ramification on this now, so I'm just going to prune back these branches. And when I'm styling deciduous trees, like this one, actually this is, yeah, like broadleaf trees, I don't want to absolutely have the pads completely flat like you would on a conifer. I'm going to keep some twigginess coming upward too. Someone shared this tip with me recently. I think that's a really good thing. Keeps the trees looking natural. I'm just going for bifurcation here. This one, I don't like this one. It's growing a weird spot. It's too far in. I'm going to cut that off. These ones are too far in, so I'm going to cut them before they even develop into branches. Now's the time to get them early. Like, I'll do this off camera throughout the year. So when I work on a tree on a video and it's like a progress update on a tree, you're not always seeing like, you know, I did nothing to it since the last one. It'll sometimes be like, I'll do like these little maintenance prunes along the way just to keep a tree in check. These ones are, I think this tree could do without, well, you know what, I'll keep them for now, see how they develop. You might use them. There's a little pad there. This is the front. So maybe I can put something under there. Put a cremate in there. This is a nice pad, this one. I'd like this one to be sort of catch up with this one, so I might just let this one grow next time so that they're both kind of the same thickness. What's going on in the chat? I haven't caught up. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Let's see. Is there any tree species that you struggle with? I'm gonna say, it's the maples with the red leaves. They just always seem to not do well for me. They don't grow as much as I'd like them to. I think it's just because they have less green in the leaves, so they don't photosynthesize as efficiently as the maples with like green all year, or you know, most of the summer. These are the ones that come out red and stay red. They're kind of like a purpley color. I don't do well with these. I'm not really a big fan of these, but you know, some people like them. Was a heat wave in Ireland as well. Yeah, there was like, it's been really hot here the last few weeks, which has been pretty extraneous on the trees. Just been watering, you know, like every morning, every night. We don't have a hose pipe ban, which is good. Apparently there's enough water in the reservoirs here to, I'm just gonna do this because it's more stable, but I'll keep turning it so you can see what I'm doing. We don't have a hose pipe ban, which is good. We've got like reservoirs here of water, and apparently there's plenty, so there hasn't been any problems with that. I'm thinking of maybe taking off, because I feel like, okay, maybe, you know what, I'm not gonna go crazy with this one. I'm gonna just keep refining it. I was gonna go crazy and prune like this off here so that the branch starts foliage from here, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna keep printing. And after this tree, we're going to do the giveaway, so hang tight, guys. I just really wanted to print this one, and I think sharing it was a good idea. Shout out to John, who said lovely. That's my dad. I find a lovely 3-foot Shisha Gashira in my local garden centre in Cardiff. £30. Oh my god, you got a bargain, my friend. Quite the bargain for £30 for a Shisha Gashira. That tall too. How thick was it? Let me know how thick it was. Like a Mugo that was too wet. Potted up. Nice. Yeah. Whatever soil works for you, Jester. You know, if you find a soil works and your tree's too happy, why not? Have a great evening, Reggie Scraper. I killed 2 Mugo pines because I bare rooted them and I put them in the wrong soil mix. Oh no. Thanks so much, Annas. Yeah, everyone leave a like. Hype too. What is hype? Can someone tell me what hype is? I never looked at this yet. Get the cup in. You know, Jack, Carlos, when you're asking, like, a lot of people's asking where we get bonsai material. A lot of it's luck. A lot of it's, you know, if you're in a place where there's a lot of nice, like, trees that grow in the sort of wild or on people's land. I'm not saying go steal it from someone's land, but, you know, if you see a tree in a field somewhere, why not, you know, go and knock on the person's door and say, hey, you know, I really like this tree. I'm doing a project on, I want to develop a bonsai. Would you mind if I took that, or maybe could I buy it off you? You know, some like farmers and people don't, you know, they don't want these trees, and it might actually do them a favor if you got rid of it for them. So that's another way you could get some trees for maybe for free. You might get some really nice free material doing it this way. I think generally people in the world are helpful. Just generally, not always, but you know. Oh yeah, Admiral saying, yeah, definitely keep a record of your trees. It's really cool to look back. For me, it's my videos. I record a lot like this, and it's nice to look back at like how even this one started. I'm like, oh my god, that's how it looked. It blows your mind sometimes. You're like, how did it actually start like that? How's everyone in the US and Canada doing, by the way? I heard there was like fires and like the air quality has been, you know, affected. Hope everyone's okay. My favorite tree? I'm not too sure. It's a really nice Fuji cherry up there. Hype is a promotion mechanic. The more hype, the more the stream gets pushed. Everyone press the hype if you can. Is it free to push the hype? I hope so. 1.5 inches at the base. It's got a great smooth graft. Oh. Oh, you can also talk, yeah, Gesture is really good. You can talk with landscape companies. They have to typically pay to get rid of plants or remove them from yards. Yeah, so if you're like contractors and they're digging up trees in people's gardens to like clear space, then you know sometimes they're getting rid of it. That's actually a really great tip. I know some people that do this in bonsai. Sometimes though, like it's better to ask them, can I remove it? Because they'll like put a chain around the thing and yank it with a truck sometimes, and it leaves the the bark all scratches and not nice. So if you're there early and you say like, listen, before you dig that out, can I do it? You know, it won't take 5 minutes. Like, be quick about it. I wouldn't want to waste their time, but yeah. Such a relaxing way. Thanks so much, Mike. Yeah, a live stream. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna prune for this one. I could prune a little more, maybe. I don't like this crossing branch in here. Thin out a little. I like how this is gonna become a little pad back here. I think it needs some space, a little bit of depth back there. That's all I'm gonna do for this tree for today. There's more to do, more to grow, but that's my little Lanicera. So, be right back. I'm gonna set up the camera, get a nice shot, and then we're gonna do the giveaway. All right, white shot. It's a lot of stuff we're gonna be giving away. I'm actually really enjoying this live stream. I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I am, but I really am. Thank you everyone for coming and entering the giveaway. I'm gonna answer just a few more questions and then we will start. So, air quality is pretty rough in the northern US. You didn't see any of the sky for about 3 days. Oh my goodness. Did the sky turn a different color? Like, I seen a Nigel's clip, it was like this yellowy greeny tint. Apocalyptic skies, yeah. Can't wait for a bonsai YouTuber like yourself or Zav to do a bonsai tour of Britain and meet people all around the UK. Okay. Okay. Okay, I've caught up on the chat. We're gonna do the giveaway. Here's how it's gonna work. Let me just make sure that this is still a thing that's working. So, okay. We've had 2,200 total entries in the giveaway, which is insane. It's a lot of entries. And there was, how do I check how many people? There was like 200 people, which is crazy. Yeah, 187 people actually went and entered, which is amazing. Thank you so much to everyone. I'm gonna share my screen right now so you can see what's going on. This is what we got going. I'm in the corner up here. If everything goes planned, you can see what's going on. The reason why I do it like this is because I wanted to show that it's fair. I'm not like picking someone out of favoritism. The software that you've entered into or the website, it like randomly picks for me. It's not like it's rigged or something like that. And, hi Adam, fantastic show. Thanks so much. Okay, so You can see my mouse. I'm gonna click pick winners. I don't know, I didn't want to pick winners off camera and click stuff, so I don't know what's gonna happen when I click things. I didn't want to do it before, so I'm gonna click, yeah, hide winner details. That way, it's for live streams like we're doing right now. That way when I reveal the winners, it's not gonna reveal their personal information. So I'm gonna click draw winners. Okay. 22 winners, unpicked, 184 potential users that can win. Hide winner details. I'm not going to allow repeat winners. I want it to be fair so everyone gets a chance. I don't want like one person winning like 3 things, so I'm going to keep that off. 22, all prizes, 22 remaining. Let's click draw, see what happens. Good luck, everyone. Okay. As you can see, everything's hidden. Everyone's here. I'm gonna now switch back to the camera because I don't wanna reveal them all at once. We gotta keep it exciting. We gotta build it up. Okay. Good luck, everyone. Okay. Here goes. So, the winner of the 2 liters of premium bonsai soil plus a mesh scoop. So it's this bundle of these 2 things together. There's 2 winners of this. So I'm giving away this twice. So someone's going to get these 2 and someone else is going to get these 2. This is a mesh scoop in which whenever you're scooping your bonsai soil, it can sieve it for you. I've been using one of these for like the past 4 years, and I don't know how long, a long time. I have it's just in my soil constantly, and they're really great. I love these. The mesh scoop plus some of pumice, akadama, and lava rock. This is my bonsai soil mix. If you find this is like not draining enough for you, you can, or if it's too draining, you can add whatever you need to it. So this goes to Nicholas _M. I'm gonna put these on the screen also. Can I do that? Let's see, text, a text. I'm gonna bring this laptop closer so I can see what's going on. So Nicholas M. Okay. I'm gonna make this smaller. It's way too big. So this is someone who won the soil, and the other person who won the same bundle of soil is Thomas K. I'm not gonna reveal. You know what? I can unhide the winner details now. I'm not gonna share this. So Thomas Kovary. Congratulations, Thomas. You won 2 liters of bonsai soil. So I'm just gonna Thomas Kovary. I know there's accents on this, but I can't. Maybe I can. No, I can't copy it. Okay. Congratulations. That is the soil and the scoop. Thanks so much for entering that. Next we have someone. Okay, so I'm giving away 2 bottles of this premium lime sulfur. This is really good lime sulfur. I make this, of course I'm going to say it's good, but it's really strong, full strength. I've been perfecting this for over a year, and I'm really happy with how the recipe is now. I'm still perfecting it. I'm trying to make it even better and trying to actually make it more efficient ways of making it. I'm giving away 2 bottles of this. So one person's going to get a bottle and another person's going to get a bottle. So, okay, the winner of a bottle of lime sulfur, the first winner goes to Joneen Johnson. Congratulations, Joneen, Joneien. Okay. Johnson, congratulations, Joneen Johnson. And the second winner of the 250 ml of lime sulfur goes to Jacob Stoutenberg. Congratulations. Yeah, that Admiral, yeah, you don't want, it smells really bad. It smells like rotten egg. So if you are going to work with it in a ventilated environment. We use this for preserving and whitening dead wood on trees. So if you've got like a juniper and it's got like this dead wood feature, you don't want the dead wood to rot or the feature goes away. So we use this to stop it rotting. It kills all the fungal spores in the wood and preserves it for about a year, and then we reapply. So congratulations on the winners of the lime sulfur. I only have one bottle here, but there will be going a bottle to Jonine and Jacob. Okay, next we got 2 bottles. It's exact same thing. 2 different people is going to get a bottle of my fertilizer. This is a mix. Actually, when I talked about doing 1 week seaweed, 1 week fish emulsion, I decided to eventually just mix them and do every Monday the mix. So that's in here. And it also has 10, 10, 10 NPK value. So the winners are Mikey. Okay, that's the name they put in. Mykee. Congratulations, Mikey. I'm probably saying that wrong. And 2. Wait, actually, I'm giving away 3 of these. I just seen here. So there's gonna be a 3rd person. Free Spirit is another person. Free Spirit and James Fraser. Congratulations, guys. James Fraser. Is it SER or ZER? Yes, SER. There's going to be 3 of these bottles, 250 milliliters. I find whenever I use this, okay, it doesn't actually smell that bad. I use a capful to like a watering can. It's really strong and it works really well. If you want your trees to grow even more, you can do 2 capfuls. It works really well on your trees. Congratulations. And next we have, this is a kit, this next one. So this is some camellia oil that I have infused with essential oil, so you get the added benefits of the essential oils, plus a cream mate. So this sort of combo kit is for cleaning your bonsai tools and getting off the rust and just stopping them from rusting. This oil can also be used on your bonsai pots. So let's clear the names. Also, I'd like to say also, the winners of this giveaway will only be mentioned in this video. They won't be mentioned anywhere else. No one else is gonna reply to a comment on YouTube. There was like a scammer going around and they tried to scam people. Luckily, you guys caught on. You realized it wasn't me. They didn't have the verified check mark. So that didn't cause any problems. You guys are really clued in, so that's good. I will be emailing everyone directly after this, but only the people that is mentioned as winners here. If you get an email from me and I didn't say your name, ignore it. It's not me, it's a scammer. Okay, I'm glad I cleared that up. So camellia oil kit, I'm giving this away twice. So someone's going to get an oil and a cream mate, and someone else is going to get an oil and a cream mate. So the first one goes to Fraxian Smith, Fraxien. Fraxian Smith, congratulations. Okay, and the second winner goes to Jesters. They're here in the chat today. Congratulations, Jesters. I'll be sending this to you. Jesters won gamble. Congratulations. Gee, I'm sorry, I spelled it wrong. I can't see the chat right now, by the way. I'm like doing other things, but I will come back and catch up after I've announced everything. So guys, congratulations on this. Next thing, put this over here, is I'm giving away 3 cut putties. I make these products also myself. So there is a brown, a gray, and a green. These are different cut putties for when you cut a branch off of a tree. You want to seal it up. These putties will do that, and they have some like antifungal benefits. So each color, by the way, is like, there's no difference in color. There is a difference in color. There's no difference in like on its application. The only difference between these is the color. So if you had only this one, it wouldn't matter what tree you put it on. It would still do the same job. I just made the 3 colors so it will blend in more with the bark. Like if you've got a maple, the green one will blend in more. If you have like a grayish colored bark, this one, and brown colored bark, this one. So the winners of these are Josh Polly. Congratulations, Josh. I'm gonna put your name in. Josh Polly. And Evan Bates. Congratulations, Evan. So Josh, we're going to be getting a set of 3. Evan, you're going to be getting a set of 3. So there's going to be 6 of them in total given away. So go there. Moving on to the next one. The next thing we're giving away is 10 books. So I've decided to give away 10 copies of the Happy Bonsai Handbook, which is my book. I put a lot of work into this. A lot of people from all over the world worked really hard on this and helped me with it. Like, it's not all me. I did seek help from like really good professional people, and they give really good advice. There's actually a fantastic foreword on the front written by my friend Bjorn of ACN Bonsai. If you haven't seen his channel, you've probably seen Bjorn's channel. Definitely check him out. He was absolutely so kind to, once I had written the book, he came, read it all for me, made a, fact checked it all, and then wrote what he thought of it right here. And it's like, when I first read this, I almost cried. So I'm really happy with this book. I'm really proud of it. So 10 of these I'm going to be giving away. So, oh my God. Okay, first winner of this is actually someone from my city. I'm not going to reveal like where, but I can see like where they're from here. It's Shane McIntyre. Congratulations, Shane. Wow, someone so close. Maybe I can hit you up and I can save postage. if you want to like meet up, and I'll actually give you the book. That's really cool. So I'm going to put that name in, Shane McIntyre. Congratulations, Shane. I'm actually going to make this a little smaller because there's going to be a lot of names. There's going to be 10 names on the screen here. So we're going to make that a little smaller. So there's 9 more names I'm going to add to this of each of the books. Shane McIntyre. Whoops. We have Jonas V. Congratulations, Jonas. They're from Germany. Oh my goodness. Jonas V. Congratulations. We have Dmitro Denisenko. They're from Ukraine. Wow, oh my goodness. There's like so many like diverse people. They got that from an Instagram. Like there are different ways of entering, so I can see how they also win. So I'm gonna put their name. Let's see if I can copy this. No. DMYTRO. I need to go back and look at this. I don't want to spell it wrong. DNYSENKO. Congratulations, Dimitro. Really hope I'm saying that right. The next winner of the Happy Bonsai Handbook is Tobias Charbula from Slovakia. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad they're like all over different places. This is really cool. Tobias Charbula. Congratulations, Tobias. The next winner is... I haven't done a drum roll for any of these yet. Will Rathhall. Will, congratulations. They are from England. I'm not going to say the specific region. I don't want to give too much information. But Will, congratulations. Rathhall. I hope I spelled this right. Yes, I did. Okay. The next winner of the Happy Bonsai Handbook is someone from Germany, and they are called Marcel Hafstein. Marcel Hafstein. Congratulations, Marcel. Oh, I spelled your name wrong. There's 2 F's. Marcel Hafstein. Congratulations. I'm just going to check if I'm still live. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see the drum roll. Yeah, I can see the chat just briefly here. I'll come back and do the chat though. I will come back. Okay, next person that won the book is, they're from Texas. I've got a friend from Texas. They're called Beverly Clemens. Beverly, congratulations. You won Happy Bonsai Handbook. David Clemens. I hope yeah, I'm always double checking the spelling. Next person, another Happy Bonsai handbook. Ginger _HD Uben. Congratulations. Genger. Okay. UBEN. I think there's 2 B's. There is. I should have trusted my gut with that one. Okay. Next person. They are from India. Oh my goodness. I love how diverse this audience is. It's incredible. This is going to Adnan Wani. Congratulations, Adnan. I hope I pronounced this right. I gotta spell this right. Wani. Okay, yeah. Congratulations. Next person, the final person. This is the 10th. I think this is. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, last person to win the book. Here we go. Here we go. They're from Washington, USA. Corbin Hale. They got this for the get 10 bonus entries for completing every action. So if you didn't do that, you wouldn't have won this one. Thanks so much for entering, everyone who did the book. B-I-N. Is it B-I-N or Y-N? Yeah, it's I-N. Okay. So that is the 10 people that got the book. If your name isn't here and somehow you're emailed that you got the book, it's not true. These are the people that got the book. Okay. I'm gonna delete all these now. Congratulations, everyone. And there's one final prize. The big mega bundle. Okay. The mega bundle, which is basically, I'm gonna double check this after in case I forget something, but a book, okay, plus, gotta take these out. Plus the soil and a scoop, plus the winner for the mega bundle is in the UK, so I can't send this salt because this is a hazardous chemical. I can't ship this outside the UK, so they are gonna get one of these and a fertilizer. They're gonna get the 3 of the cut putties, the oil, and the cremate. And where is it? Oh yes, I didn't mention this in the last video, but this is Bonsai Mist Pro. It's another one of my products. It's a foliar feed that you spray on top of the plants. I do infuse this with magnesium also, so if you are spraying this on your azaleas like I spoke about like way earlier in the live stream, then this will be really good for that, plus a whole bunch of other nutrients. And also, I didn't mention this in the other video either, but I'm going to add in this. What is this? What could it be? What could you think it is if I'm doing this with it? This is actually a smash proof box. So this is a mug. Look at that. So I will be sending it in that smash proof box. That way it doesn't smash. It's just cardboard, but whatever way that it's like folded, there's like an air gap here so it doesn't smash. Really cool engineering. Also a Notion Bonsai mug. I always have one of these. I do sell these in my store also, but I'll always have one at my table that I drink my orange juice or coffee out of. And that is the giveaway. I'm going to return to the chat now, see what's going on. I missed a lot of things. So I'm going to put all these back down here. You know what, I'll be right back because it's going to take a little bit. Actually just realizing I didn't announce the winner of the mega bundle, so I gotta do that. Oh my goodness. The winner of the mega bundle is Michelle Sanso, and that also comes with, if you want, you don't have to do this, but 30-minute to 1 hour-ish Zoom call or some sort of video call with me, or if you want to show me your trees and we can just talk bonsai and have fun, kind of like this live stream, but a little bit more interactive, we can do that if you like. And so Michelle Sanso, I'm gonna put that name, is it Michael? M-I-C-H-E-L-E. Okay, I'm gonna put that in. They won the mega bundle. This is the name, mega bundle. Congratulations. And I'm gonna just hide this now. So that is everything. I'm just double checking. Yeah, that's a mega bundle. Congratulations to everyone. I'm gonna make it nice so that if I announce winners in widget, and if we go to, I'm gonna check this. If you go to the Gleam link in the last video, if you ever want to double check who the winners are through the app, just to make sure it's all like verified and I didn't rig something, it should be there. So I'm gonna double check. In the Gleam link. Okay, I will be right back though, because I'm gonna like rearrange the camera a little bit. And we're back. Okay, just brought the camera a little closer. It feels more personal or something. Congratulations to everyone who, oh my goodness, my camera settings. That looks better. Let's just go through this chat and see what's going on. So, oh my goodness, so many people. How many people's watching this? 81, oh my goodness, that's crazy. Wow. I might do another one of these giveaways soon. I'm gonna reveal a little bit of information where I'm gonna, very soon, I would like to, I'm not gonna say I will, but I have in the motion of releasing my own brand of bonsai tools. I've gone through so many different people making them so far. I have some really bad pairs here with my logo on them, and I'm just not happy with the quality until I find somewhere that's good enough yet. Whatever I release, I have to know that it's good, otherwise it would drive me crazy putting it out to someone knowing it's garbage. So that is in the works. So when I do, I want to eventually launch my own brand of bonsai tools. When I do, I'm gonna do a giveaway of like the 3 tools that I have in mind for that's coming soon. So let's see what we got in the chat. Okay. Oh yes, Admiral. The books will all be signed that everyone won in the giveaway. Any book that I put out to anyone that gets it from my store, even from me in any way, is all signed. The only ones that aren't signed, if you see a book that isn't signed, someone got it from like a bookstore somewhere. If it's signed, it definitely came from me. Thanks so much, Dave. Dave Dudney. Thanks so much. Well done to the winners and huge congratulations. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm gonna bring this laptop closer so I'm not like leaning forward. Like mugging, save postage. Hey, you know, you gotta save money where you can. I'm not rich. Congrats everyone. Congrats on 105k. Yeah, it's going up crazy, really fast. Thanks so much. Hold on, we'd love a book. Can you highlight it so if I hit Control C and Control V to pay? I tried that, it didn't work. The website didn't want to do that. It had like an overlay thing. A fellow Texan, yeah, Colt. By the way, like everyone, like massive thank you to Colt for sticking. I know Colt's got work to do, but Colt's my moderator for today. Colt 40 live stream in the chat, and he's been here this whole time since like 6, and it's like I thought this live stream was only gonna last an hour, and it's already like 2.5 hours later. Colt, thank you so much for sticking around this long. I'm gonna end up soon. We're gonna end off after I just go through these last of this chat. But everyone, like massive thank you to my friend Colt. They're in Texas, and they're helping me out today. Yes, the giveaway is quite international. That's right. Yeah. It is a monster prize. Yeah, I wanted to do like a really big one. That was like a really fun one. You get an Irish acorn. I don't know what the legality is about sending out like seeds. It might be in the same realm of trees. I'm not sure. Congratulations to all the winners and thank you for your channel. Thank you so much, Methos 2K. I guess I have to buy everything. Oh, I'm sorry for anyone who didn't win. I really appreciate everyone who entered though. It means a lot. A personal Zoom call is pretty awesome. Well done everybody. Thanks again, Anu. Oh, these are making me so happy just seeing these nice messages. I would have loved to give away a tree today actually, but I just don't know about sending them. There might be some weird laws on the tree. I don't want a tree to get lost, especially because if I was to give one away, I would give away a really good one. I don't want to give like a materials tree. I would want to give one that looks good, you know. And I don't want to kill a tree if that could happen. There's a local blacksmith in the UK. I think his name is Alex Steele. I have seen him. I love his stuff. He has like really epic like slow motion shots, and it's like. There's people from all across the world here. Yeah, this is crazy. It's like so heartwarming. You know, there's like this many people in the world, all over the place, to watch the videos. Oh, he tried to make bonsai scissors. I haven't seen that one. I gotta check that out. That's, oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know if he could mass produce them. I'd like to, like, maybe even go to the supplier that makes the ones that I've been using for the past 5 years, because I just have my brand on it and sell them for the same price if I can get them at a slightly reduced price. I would like, I don't want to make that much on them. I would just like my own brand of tools just to have on my shop. I think it would look cool. Yeah, thanks so much to Colt. And I've reached the end of the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna end off this here. Thank you so much to everyone who stuck around the live stream this whole time. It's been a long one. I did not think it was gonna be this long. We talked a lot and we did a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. It's like a great family, Evelyn. Thanks so much, and I'm gonna end it off here. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. I might do another one and do like styling a tree, like a full tree from like scratch. That could be fun. I might do it. Leave a like and let me know in the comments if you do want to see that. And leave a comment that just says, thanks Colt, smiley face, or something. Yeah. And if you want to support me, hit the thanks button. I say this all the time. And if you want to become a channel member, hit the join button. That way you'll get early access to new videos before they go out to everyone else. And you'll get access to membership posts. But on that, we're going to end off the live stream right here. Thank you so very much. Everyone have a great week, great weekend. Thank you so much for watching.